Hello, boys and girls. Oh dear, that glare is going to kill the video. Whatever. Anyway, as I am stating right now, I did get a new job. I am joining the Navy on the 17th of May, and so yeah, that's a thing. I'm going to basic on the 17th. So this is probably going to be the last video I make for YouTube for a while. But I wanted to make it an important topic. An important topic to not only myself, but to everybody in the entire world. I'm sorry for the goatee. It doesn't matter. But it's just one. It's very visible on my camera, but it's whatever. Anyway, fear, the government's greatest weapon, and how they utilize it to control you, the populace, the people, by Mr. Austin M. Easerman, aka the Joker. The governmental powers that be in control, whether it be the United Nations, the United States, the Catholic Church, or all other nations. One thing is most certainly the same in all nations. People are full of fear. Fear is what humanity relied on to stay safe in the wilderness before the dawn of civilization. Fear of a creature far more powerful than humanity that reigned at that time. Fear went from being a mechanism of safety to a method of capital punishment for thinking differently than the norms of society would allow. Look at the story of Jesus Christ and the fact that thousands died in his name for the first major shift in human consciousness. The way you shift consciousness of humanity is by affecting their perception of the current reality. The easiest method to do this is with the foundation of the internet and the creation of television. 24 hours news media and constant social media posts means we allow fear, pain, and suffering to affect us on a daily basis. Due to the populace not realizing that which they believe to be fully good and wholesome to be nothing more than a fear-mongering lie. Take the recent events of just the last year and George Floyd's death. Most people do not know this, but George Floyd's death was orchestrated to be a catalyst of the government for corona cases to skyrocket against minority groups due to people not seeing cause and effect. The dominoes fell into place, and the officer of the law turned against another officer of the law, all because one was going to release public information about the political money laundering of the Minneapolis Police Department. The one that was going to release the information to the public was the same person who was working as an undercover cop in a gang-infested area of Minneapolis who subsequently died. Who was subsequently murdered. Who paid for the most perfect disease to be manufactured in a lab? Who was the person that paid officers to turn against their own brothers in arms? The political elites who believe that they are gods among men. The few who control the many. The same few who believe fear gives way to the greatest style of society. In their eyes, that is communism. It is the same style of government in which all people are controlled by the elitist snobs at the top. You want food? Sorry, you have to work your 18-hour shift where the government tells you to work. You need new furniture? Sorry, you can only get furniture with these stamps handed to you by the feds only on a Tuesday or Thursday when you aren't working your 18-hour shifts 7 days a week. The population in fear cannot make their own decisions, and therefore the culture of said society will die as a result. One of the best methods to overcome fear is to smile, even in the face of adversity. A smile does wonderful things for the body. Smile will get you tighter muscles in the face, meaning you don't have to have plastic surgery of the face to look beautiful, ladies. It will give you a dopamine high. The one only gets when taking expensive illegal drugs or running a marathon. It clears your brain of negative influences. Your brain is no longer foggy and going through the day blindly. And last but not least, more miracles occur throughout the day. If I didn't smile for 6 hours a day, I would be working a desk job instead of walking around town, finding between a penny a day to $100 bill on a daily basis on the ground. Most people do stupid things due to fear. If there was no fear, we wouldn't have 24-hour syndicated news incorporated. Strip clubs would not exist. Porn channels would not exist. Cable TV would not exist. Politically based Hollywood media, Facebook, Twitter, most of the internet, and Amazon's sex and medical marijuana shop would not exist. Bodily illnesses would be cut in half. Mortality rates for people living longer would triple. Crime would go down by half. There would be no hatred and meaningless wars. And the utopian age, which people in government really want but can't define it, would steadily begin. The age in which I am talking about would be the age of peace and harmony in the world, between the earth, its people, and all of its creatures. Mutual respect for all beings would then be the motto of the day. The individuals who thought of greater aspirations than the status quo were either assassinated or murdered for the sole purpose of complete control and dominance over all peoples. Jesus Christ, murdered via scourging and hanging on the cross on account of blasphemy, misinterpretation of threats against the established order, teaching and healing through peace, love, and care for all, for creating miracles for a better society. Abraham Lincoln, of the Republican Party, assassinated in the Fort Theater, liberated all slaves from slavery through the Civil War, and created a standardized currency across the United States. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, a Democrat, assassinated in Dealey Plaza in Texas for wanting to go to the moon jointly with the Russians and for hating the secret societies that lead the government from the shadows instead of from the political stand. Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated for speaking the full truth and not backing down on his encouragement of nonviolent protest for greater change for minority groups. You're looking at people that have greater aspirations than what the political system at the time or the place would actually want you to have. That is that list of 4 people. I can only come up with 4 because I'm in time constraints. I'm still studying for my first few days of basic. I'm still working out twice a day. I'm still eating right. And I'm still doing what I need to do to get into the military, which is why I haven't posted videos for a while. I just figured this would be a great method to inform y'all that I'm going into the military and also give y'all great advice towards a better and brighter future. With that being said, I wish y'all all the best and the blessed of every day of your lives for all the viewers. And if this is your first video that you've watched on my channel, not all my videos are very political, so we have plenty of other videos for you if you don't really want to deal with politics or advice or, other things that don't pertain to the real world. I've got videos like that. They are my gaming videos, they are my review videos. I've got all sorts of videos on my channel. Keep in mind though, this is my final video that I will be publishing before I go into the military. So, with that, blessings to you all and have a wonderful rest of your 2021 year. Bye bye.